What is up, guys? I'm at Sidcup Driving Test Centre to bring you a driving test route here at Sidcup. If your driving test is here at Sidcup, this video is for you. I'm in the bays outside Sidcup Driving Test Centre, which is where you're going to start your driving test. Inside the test centre, there's a pretty clean waiting room and waiting area and one toilet, so you can go for a nervous wee. I'm ready? Let's go. Start off my driving test, the examiner's going to ask you to carry on and probably follow a sat-nav route from the beginning. Good observations to pull away from the bay. Going to take this bit quite slowly because the exit is a blind corner.
Turn left.
No problem. Slowing it right down. This is the beginning of my driving test. I don't want to make unnecessary mistakes. She's turning in, but she signaled at the last minute. Don't want to make unnecessary mistakes at the beginning of my driving test. I'm going to be nervous. You don't get any points for speed and you don't get any points for being fast. The speed limit is 15 miles an hour. Okay, fine, 15 miles an hour, no problem. We can deal with that.
At the end of the road, turn left.
Okay, mirror. Gonna pause on the signal until I pass that junction, then signal.
Turn left.
And there's nothing coming. There's nothing worse than driving around your driving test stopping at every giveaway line. The examiners don't want to see that. That's not extra safe, it's actually more dangerous. If the car behind you can see that it's clear ahead, they're gonna probably be looking into the road and not at the back of you. So, stopping at the giveaway line just causes more accidents if it's clear. Okay, I'm gonna increase my speed. Speed limit here is 30 miles an hour, and I'm gonna do the speed limit if it's safe to do so. I can see all the way down the road. There's not much traffic, and there's a limited amount of pedestrians. Driving slowly doesn't make you look more careful. Driving slowly makes the examiner think you're not confident. That doesn't mean you should drive around too fast or try and be speedy to show that you're confident. Drive at an appropriate speed relative to the road conditions. The road conditions are good here. Have a look. We can see all the way down the road. We can see the pavements. There's a minimal amount of hazard, which means that we can do the speed limit. Okay, I know that Sidcup's a pretty chill area. I don't know why I'm hunching forwards.
After 300 yards, turn right.
Okay, I'm hunching forwards like, oh, I'm really concentrating, but actually, Sidcup's really chill. The roads are wide, the traffic's light. If your test is here, I'm a big fan. And shout out to everyone who requested Sidcup as a walkthrough. If your driving test is somewhere else, let me know in the comments and I will try and get there. If it's Inverness, might take me a little bit longer, but I'll do my best. Shout out Sam who requested Sidcup. I love Sidcup. I've only been here a couple of times, but the routes are nice.
300 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
No problem. Okay, park cars on the left. This is something that people miss calling a hazard. It's a hazard. You've got to do something about it. A hazard is anything that makes you stop, slow, or swerve. And if a parked car's there, I'm gonna have to move around it, as in swerve around it. So remembering to check mirrors, really important. Mini roundabout up ahead, I can see that.
And take the second exit.
I can see it's a mini roundabout because I've got the blue sign with circles. Blue sign with circles. The blue circular sign with arrows. Planning ahead is so important on a driving test. The second that you stop planning is when you start making all the mistakes. Notice how far down the road I'm planning. I'm already checking my mirror to get around these parked cars so that by the time I get there, I'm just needing to steer. Planning this white car already. I know that I've got space. I've checked my mirror already so I can move around.
Sharp left.
Nice early mirror check. Don't check as you're moving, because at the point that you're moving is when you really want to be focusing on the hazard. So check in advance. I know, easier said than done.
Sharp left.
Sharp left. Dramatic mirror signal. That's not too sharp. Who's a fan of a tom-tom? Not me. All right. Car coming towards me. I know where I'm going to go already. I've checked my mirror. And I'm moving calmly into the passing place. Oh, Sidcup's so easy.
Turn right.
I know, I'm saying that now. And
turn right.
This is not a right turn. looking at the road markings. TomTom's misleading me. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Tom. I know, I'm saying that Sidcup's easy now. If your test is at Sidcup, then you know, if you've been practicing here, that there's the A20, that disgusting roundabout. Sidcup isn't always hard, but this bit, no problem. Anywhere you go for a driving test isn't going to be...
100 yards, turn left.
She's going to get annoying. Anywhere that you go for a driving test isn't going to be a piece of cake.
Turn left.
There's nowhere that you can really go and say, oh, do you know what, their tests are really easy. Even West Wickham has a couple of really hard roundabouts and the Mad Mile and stuff. Even West Wickham, because I call that the easiest test centre.
At the end of the road, turn left, then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
One-way road here, that's useful to note. If I was turning right at the end of this road, I'd need to use the right-hand side of the road. So it's really important to know what kind of a road you're in and just spot the road signs. The most common thing that I get when I do mock tests with people is that they don't spot road signs. I know, when you're driving, you're concentrating on what's in front of you, for sure. But the council hasn't put up these road signs for Bants. It costs a lot to put up a road sign. Like just those restricted parking zone signs ahead of us probably cost over £1,000 to put up, including labour and materials. So if they put up signs, they're there for a reason. They're there to help you drive. Especially if you're taking a driving test and need to follow the rules. Mirror check before I move in case there's a cyclist coming around me. If you spot any mistakes, as always, put them in the comments.
At the end of the road, turn left, then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
I might put a couple in on purpose, just because keep you on your toes. And if I make a mistake, then I'll just say that was in purpose. Like when I just took my hands off the steering wheel. Mirror, signal. That took a while.
Turn left, then go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
Obviously, we're letting pedestrians go at junctions nowadays. And this is going to take a little while to get out of. If I'm on a driving test, I'm going to sit and be super patient because other people... Oh, thank you. Wow. I said that might have taken a while, but because I don't have L plates on top of the car, she was very, very kind to me. If you're on your driving test and you're in a situation like that, you can't bully your way out like people would do if they've passed their driving test already. You just have to wait. And if there's no gap, then you can't go. You don't get hesitation for a set amount of time. Hesitation is when you miss a clear gap. So if you're waiting there for a couple of minutes, you might start to feel anxious, but literally there's nothing that you can do about it, and the examiner won't be marking you down if you can't go. So just chill.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit.
And wait for a clear gap.
Take the third left.
Okay, second exit on the roundabout. Dealing with two hazards at once there. Dealing with a zebra crossing, which I didn't take my eyes off the pavements at all the way around the roundabout, and I'm dealing with the roundabout and a zebra crossing. Sometimes you get busy situations like that. See, I spoke too soon saying that Sidcup's really easy. You get busy situations and you have to deal with more than one hazard at the same time. You're keeping your eye on one thing, then dealing with another thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Width restrictor. I recently had a pupil who was super confident. Look what speed I'm doing. It's because I'm on a driving test. I could get through that in third gear. If I was on a driving test, I'm going to do it in first gear.
After 200 yards, turn left, then keep right.
I'm going to do it in first gear, and I'm going to slow right down. Shows that you're respecting a hazard. And the examiner's going to feel much safer.
Turn left, then keep right.
No problem. You've got one job on your driving test, to make the examiner feel safe. If they feel safe and you drive safe, you get a driving license. That's it. Nice. Didn't stop at that one because I looked in advance. So things like width restrictors. Who was it that kept taking width restrictors in second gear? Was it Rania? I think it was.
After 300 yards, keep right, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
And I was like, yeah, you've got excellent control. It's clearly fine. But think about your audience. Play to your audience. If your audience is into CBeebies, you wouldn't chuck.
Right, then cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
If your audience is into CBBS, you wouldn't chuck Jimmy Carr on stage. Do you know what I mean? If your audience is a driving examiner, do.
After 100 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Think I know where I'm going now. Thanks though. Big roundabout. That's not hard.
Take the second exit.
Not at all. Second exit is straight on. So what I'm going to do is use the outside of the roundabout and signal now. Why am I signaling before that one? Because that's not an exit. That's an entrance. Signal after you pass the last exit before yours. Make sense? Cool. Let's up the speed. I want to catch up with that grey car ahead, but I'm doing 29 miles an hour. That's safe. I'm doing 30 now, but I'm aiming for 29 so that if I tip over a little bit, it's okay. If I go under a little bit, now I'm at 26, I can bring the speed up. And I'm not concentrating on the speedo, on the speed dial. I'm listening to the engine noise. I ran over a bottle. Not that noise, the engine noise. I'm sure that it's not very easy to hear on the video, but when you're driving, you don't need to look at the speed. You can hear your speed rising and falling. Speed rising, let off the gas a little bit, maintaining speed because the sound stays the same. That's a nice trick that I learned to teach people very early on in my teaching career, and I haven't heard anyone else say that. Or I haven't heard anyone else come to me for a mock test and say, this is what I do to monitor my speed. This, I'm sure, is where the examiner is going to ask you to do a show me, tell me question.
300 yards, turn right.
Why? Because it's a long, straight road. The show me, tell me questions aren't there to trip you up. They're not there to be confusing or test you. They're really easy one-button things. They're there to be a distraction. Are you going to be able to turn the music up and down and drive safely at the same time? Are you going to be able to, when you get splashed by mud and you need to clear your windscreen, clear it quickly and safely without causing a nuisance on the road? Are you going to be able to reach over for the open pack of Haribo in the glove box without being dangerous? Because we all know what you need on a road trip. Snacks. Road trip snacks. Do you know the best snack for a road trip? Sandwiches. No joke. I know they're not traditionally a snack. Best food for a road trip. Sandwiches. Second best food?
After 300 yards, turn right.
Second best food for a road trip? Chicken wings. If it's a long road trip, like I was driving to Middlesbrough and back like every week a little while ago, it's 4 hours. 5, sometimes it took me 6 hours. Oh, quickly, move! Oh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Because I'm thinking about chicken wings, I was just following the car in front. Let's analyse that.
Turn right.
If you make another car who has priority over you, there we go. Let's use the right side, correct side, not right side. If you make another car that's got priority over you, stop, slow or swerve, game over. I don't think they had to slow down because I smashed the gas on and got through it, but I shouldn't have been thinking about chicken wings. There's a lesson here. Focus the whole time. Anyway, 20 box, $5.99 chicken wings from KFC. Absolute game changer.
At the end of the road, turn right, then sharp left.
No problem. 1, 2, mirror check. Ooh.
Then sharp left.
That was so violent, it made the wipers go on. Oh, this is a properly closed junction. I'm actually poking out a little bit to see to the right. That fence is not very nicely positioned. That's something that you can do as well. If you can't see,
left, then take the second right.
If you can't see, then how are you going to know when it's safe to go? Peep and creep. I hate calling it that. It's just weird. It's a weird phrase that people shouldn't say to people that they don't know. Let's peep and creep. But that's what it's called.
After 100 yards, turn right.
What that means is creep out a tiny bit and look. While you're creeping, look. Be ready to stop though. Wait, I'm turning right here. This is a one-way road. Oh! Yeah, so glad I noticed that. And if you're on your driving test, you need to notice that too. If you
Turn
position
right.
to the left when you're on a one-way road and you're turning right, bad things happen. Very bad things happen. And that's the second one-way road that we've been down on this one test route. That just highlights the importance of looking at signs. I can get out before him. Right, okay, we're going to drive all the way down this road. I'm keeping my speed slightly lower here because it's a bit busy and there's stuff happening and there's people crossing, and I'm still thinking about chicken wings. Tell me your favourite road trip snack in the comments. What would you take as your number one snack once you've passed your driving test? Or if you've passed your driving test already, what's the thing that you always have in your glove box? Right now in my glove box I have hobnobs. It's 12:21. I think I should have had lunch first. Because I'm thinking about sandwiches, chicken wings and biscuits. Right, mirror check in. Every time you move the steering wheel, this is so underrated as a, not even tip, as an essential thing to do when you're driving. If I'm moving position on the road, I need to have checked my mirror already. Even just going around that car that was poking out of a junction. I know I'm not overtaking anything.
After 200 yards, turn right.
I was just repositioning on the road. Mirror check. And I know the thing is, it's hard. I know.
Turn right.
I sympathise with you as a learner because I teach you guys all the time, and I know how hard it is when you're looking. I'm going to position right in the middle here to get out of the way of the traffic. Why? Because there was a space for me there. Oh, thanks. I know how hard it is when you're in control of a car which you're not super familiar with, like your 2-ton vehicle hurtling now down a road at 20 mile an hour zone to 20 to 30 miles an hour. It's scary, for sure, I know. And you want to be as safe as possible. But
at the end of the road, turn left.
Keeping your eyes forward all the time means that you are actually more dangerous than if you were looking in your mirrors as well. What are you talking about, Francis? Does that make sense? I should keep my eyes forward on the road all the time. No, but look, I'm moving now. What if there was a cyclist next to me? Mirrors are one of the most important things that you can use while you're driving.
Left.
More important than the pedals. If you're not using your mirrors, don't even start moving. Oh yeah, beaut. More important than steering. I'd rather have mirrors than a steering wheel. If I've got a steering wheel and no mirrors, I'm going to hit stuff. That's useless. More important than airbags. Airbags only save you once you've had an accident. Mirrors stop you having an accident in the first place. Speed camera. This is funny, right? What people do on lessons, I don't know if you do it too. If you do this too, comment below. When approaching a speed camera, slow down. What? If you're slowing down for the speed camera, doesn't that indicate that you're doing the wrong speed in the first place? And I think I know why, because when you're driving as a passenger, if you're a passenger, you're not driving, but you know what I mean. If you're a passenger in a car, your driver slows down for speed cameras, don't they? Right, they do, yeah. Why do they do that? Because they're speeding. So as a natural reaction to approaching a speed camera, you slow down too. But you're already going the correct speed. Don't need to.
After 300 yards, sharp right.
No problem. Sidcup Road. Ooh, A20. Cool. This is why, yeah, there's some hard stuff at Sidcup for sure. A20 is not like, people stress about it, I know. A20 is not difficult. It's a bit faster, yeah, but it's a long, straight road. There's no giveaway lines on it.
Sharp right.
No probs. There's no giveaway lines on it. Like, I don't know, what else could be difficult? Roundabouts, there's nothing. The roundabouts on this route have been pretty easy. I hadn't driven this route before I started, as you can probably tell from my surprise at seeing some things. But this route's been pretty kind. I got given this route by someone else who knows Sidcup. I think they might have been pulling my leg. Sidcup's traditionally a lot harder than this, I think. You have to be pretty good and pretty confident to pass your driving test at Sidcup. I don't know what the examiners are like. If someone knows what the examiners are like at Sidcup, comment below, let me know. I might come back and do another route at Sidcup actually, just so I can get a harder route, like the hardest route at Sidcup. That'll be a good video. If you want to see that, comment below. Okay, now I've got a challenging crossroads. The last crossroads to the road with Sainsbury's on wasn't challenging. Why not? Because that van moved slowly and I got out in front of him. Didn't have to give way to him. There's no one to give way to if there's no hazard there. Sharp right. Okay, so we're going sharp, sharp, sharp this way. And let's go! Send it! 40 miles an hour here. Let's move that tom-tom back into place. And if the car in front like this is not doing 40 miles an hour, you're gonna overtake them. You must overtake them. That vehicle is probably doing about 35 miles an hour. You need to get past, because you need to make progress. You can't just stay behind and say, oh, do you know what, they're doing that speed, but move back after you've done overtaking. That's not hard. Overtaking shouldn't be stressful. Mirror, signal, move. That's it. That's the lane change. If it's really congested and stuff, obviously you don't need to overtake, but you can't just go that slowly on your driving test. Damn it, rain.
After 400 yards, you have reached your destination.
Okay, cool. I know where to get off. This is the end of the sat-nav route. The end of the sat-nav route is here. The examiner's going to say, that's the end of independent driving. I'll direct you from here and then direct you back to the driving test centre. I know how to get back to the driving test centre from here. I'm going to get off the dual carriageway and then wipe the camera lens. Okay, clean lens, and we're coming off at this exit. Reducing my speed nice and early. I can see a bunch of traffic up ahead. And I'm taking the second exit on the roundabout. So Francis, turn left, it's the second exit. Notice the sign, the junction that I want is on my left, but it's the second exit. So I can't signal yet, even though I'm turning left. Gonna keep to the left. And I'm gonna be in this lane that says left, because I'm turning left. Traffic lights up ahead. Right, okay, so this is the roundabout I was talking about. This roundabout is a bit tricky. Let's go. This bit's a bit of a nightmare. This has a mad amount of traffic. I don't think we're gonna sit and waffle through all of this traffic. Let's fast forward until we get to the roundabout. Go! Okay, approaching the roundabout. This one's pretty tricky. It's a hill start as well, so that makes it hard. Trying to negotiate a roundabout, set off quickly and do a hill start. I'm gonna go left, first exit on the roundabout. It can be a bit busy as well. It can be pretty busy, this one. I think I was in third gear there. Car wasn't pulling like it should do. Hope you're still keeping score. You guys are my examiners. Pass or fail. You know what to do. This roundabout can be really busy, especially if you're coming at it from the test centre. Stuff coming from the right, loads. So be cautious, don't rush, especially if that's the start of your driving test. Definitely don't want to rush it. Oh, gap, nice, let's go. And power, let's go. 30 miles an hour. I love that most things are 30 miles an hour in Sidcup. It's a bit refreshing. It's really refreshing. Especially if you're from Hither Green or somewhere where everything's 20. It's so frustrating. Great cafe on the corner, just if you're here with your mum, dad, friends, family. Sal's cafe, banging, and it was really nice inside. turning right into the test centre again because there's a space in the middle of the road for me. I'm occupying it. Get out of the way of the traffic. You will fail if you hold up traffic unnecessarily. Now this might feel like you finished your driving test. You haven't. Until the examiner says turn off your engine, you're still on your driving test. So take it easy, concentrate, and you probably will have done a manoeuvre already on the way. So if the examiner asks you to pull forwards into one of the bays to finish and end your test, don't stress about it too much because you've done your manoeuvre already. They just want you to stop so they can give you the result. Mirror, signal, right back into the test centre. And you're going to be feeling now your heart in your mouth. The hard work's done. There's nothing you can do about it now. What I'm going to do, what you're going to do is you'll pull forward into one of those bays to get your results. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse and stay out of the way of the driving tests so I can give myself my results. It's kind of unfair, isn't it? If I'm my own examiner, I'm going to say that I passed, but it's down to you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get all of our latest videos in your face, and I'll catch you in the next video. Drive safe. That was fun. I like Sidcup.